I only have one light and it's really dark out, so forgive me if the lighting in this video is a little bit weird. Hey guys, so this week's vlog topic comes from YouTube user named Ruben Vaughn, who simply suggested that I talk about myself. So what I've decided to do today is to give you 5 random facts about myself. Ready, set, go. Fact number 1, I love old school video games. I love them so much that I own not 1, not 2, but 3 Atari 2600 related consoles. If it's 8-bit, I will automatically love it more than I otherwise would have. Fact number 2, I am a musician. In fact, every single song that is used in my videos was both written and recorded by myself. And I mean every single song. Everything from this to this, to this, and everything in between. I play multiple instruments, mainly guitar, but I also play bass guitar, ukulele, and I mess around on keyboards and drums, and in the past I have played violin, cello, and alto saxophone. Fact number 3, I am a Tim Burton fanboy. My favorite films of all time include The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Corpse Bride, Edward Scissorhands, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yes. Fanboy, Tim Burton, everything. But I'm also a Danny Elfman and Henry Selick fanboy. For those of you who do not know, Danny Elfman is the composer who has scored virtually all of Tim Burton's films. Danny Elfman has been the singing voice behind many of my favorite Tim Burton characters, including Bone Jangles, Beryl, the Oompa Loompas, and of course, Jack Skellington. And Henry Selick is the stop-motion master who directed 2 of my favorite films of all time, The Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline, as well as another Tim Burton-produced film, James and the Giant Peach. The Nightmare Before Christmas, a 1993 film, was produced by Tim Burton and directed by Henry Selick. Tim Burton could not direct The Nightmare Before Christmas because at the time he was too busy directing the Batman films. James and the Giant Peach was released 3 years later in 1996, and the story was much the same. Tim Burton produced and Henry Selick directed, but Tim Burton had absolutely nothing to do with the movie Coraline. If he had, it would have been called Coraline, a Tim Burton film. The characters would look vastly different. There would be much less color. Helena Bonham Carter would have been the voice of the other mother, and Tim Burton's face would have been plastered all over the interview and promo spots. And of course, Tim Burton could have never worked on Coraline because everyone would have kept confusing him for Neil Gaiman, and the whole thing would have just been really confusing. I'm sorry for rambling, but as I said, I'm a fanboy. Finally, moving on to fact number 4, I love physical copies of media. Now don't get me wrong, I love my iPod and everything, but there's just something about vinyl records and physical copies of books and DVDs that I just love, and it pains me to think that these things are becoming obsolete. And final fact number 5, I am writing a novel. Now before I go any further with this, you really shouldn't get all jumpy excited about this novel because it's not being published and I have no idea if it's any good. But who knows, maybe one day if I have a good draft, a publisher will pick it up and after years of revising I may actually publish a young adult novel. Which would be really weird. A few of my friends have read it and said that it's really good and that I have a good voice, and to them I'm very grateful. But yes, I am writing a novel, and no, you should not really get all that excited about it. And for those of you who may be curious, my favorite book is either Paper Towns or The Fault in Our Stars, both by John Green. I think I might like Paper Towns a little bit better. I'm not really sure. But since having taken up reading again, I have only read about 3 books because I am both a horrifically slow reader and a relatively busy person. And those books are The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, Paper Towns, which I can't show you because it was a library copy, and of course, Neil Gaiman's Coraline. A few weeks ago I said that I was reading Marcus Zuzak's The Book Thief, but that book just wasn't really clicking with me, so I returned it to the library and have since begun An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. Which brings an end to this hot slice of narcissism. This week's piece of viewer mail comes from Leslie, aka Sea Turtle, who sends this fantastic drawing of the FootofaFerret logo. I really love this. In fact, I cannot put into words how much I love this. Thank you. If you have something you would like to send to me to put on the wall behind me, please send it to Ryder Burgin, P.O. Box 5403, Statesville, North Carolina 28687. And I'm just throwing this out there, but my birthday's coming up on December 1st. I'll see you in a week, guys. DFTBA.
Hello there, FootofaFerret viewers, my name is T. Michael Martin, and today we're going to be talking about zombies. Now, Ryder and I have made a 2-part video, so once this video is done, please feel free to click over to my channel and check out the other part. Information in the doobly-doo. Thanks for watching.